It's poor spiritual hygiene to give everybody access to you. Hi guys, my name is Grace James and you're welcome to my YouTube channel Life with Grace. If you're new here, please make sure you hit that subscribe button and also you turn the notification bell on so you get notified every single time I post a video. And if anything I say in the course of the video resonates with you, make sure you drop a comment because I love to interact with you guys. So please make sure you do that. On today's episode, I'm going to be sharing with you guys 10 things I have learned in my 20s. So as I approach my mid-20s, and I cannot believe I'm saying this because I'm getting old, but yes, I've learned a lot of things and I just thought it would be nice for me to share with you guys and also get to learn about your own experience too. So of course, if there is anything that I share in this video that you resonate with, drop it down and also let me know what things, like 5 to 10 things you've also learned in your 20s. So number one, you do not have to have it all figured out. You don't. If you follow my channel and you've seen like the past content that I post, I know I always emphasize that in your 20s you do not have to have it all figured out, because this is actually the moment and the time in your life where you have to explore, figure out what works for you, grow your network, travel, take a gap year, do something crazy. Like you don't need to like have a whole like linear or like straight path. You can actually discover yourself, and this is the best time, especially now that you're probably child free, you're probably not married. Like the lesser responsibilities would actually help you like free up space to discover yourself and really help you grow in your own journey. So that's number one. So now number two, boundaries are a form of self-respect. So one thing I really struggled with while I was growing up was actually saying no and actually building solid boundaries around myself. Now this is with like my family, my friends, and even in my relationships. But one thing that I have learned right now is boundaries are actually a form of self-respect. And it doesn't even mean that you're selfish. It just means that you respect yourself enough to like monitor the energy around you and really like know whether or not someone is actually worthy of being in your presence or being in your space. So having boundaries is not a bad thing. In fact, it's very, very necessary. I remember there was a time on Pinterest I saw a post and it says it's poor spiritual hygiene to give everybody access to you. And I think this is very, very important because a lot of people do not understand that energy is transferable. So just for instance, if you notice that you have someone who's around you and the person is feeling sad and moody, in as much as you are being empathetic and you want to know why the person is feeling sad or moody, if care is not taken, if you stay in that position for a long period of time, it would definitely rub off on you. So trust me, boundaries are very, very important. My third point is relationships will evolve and that's okay. I know for a fact that especially when I was crossing from like secondary school to the university and even while I was finishing like university, something I really struggled with was like having friends and keeping them. For some reasons, my friends were not just staying. And when I finally had friends or people that I could actually categorize as my strong friends, I struggled to like I think I put that pressure on myself. Like I really wanted the friendship to work because I knew how long it took me to finally have friends. And so after school, I know for a fact that I still tried my best and I struggled to like really keep the friendship because I mean, I love it when I see like old friendships that are still like I love it when I see like are still growing and like people are still together. So I wanted that for myself. But one thing I've learned right now in my 20s is that sometimes it's okay if they go. Like it's okay if your friends do not stick around and then you meet new people and then they probably leave. I guess that's just how life is. If you find people that would stay in your corner for a lifetime, I mean that is such a blessing. Keep them, cherish them, hold them tight. But if you see that at some point it's becoming like toxic, or you see that okay, you guys are not just in the right place or you're not just in the same page, that's fine. It's okay for them to evolve. It's okay for you to grow. It's okay for you to change friends, meet new people, get acquainted, and then the cycle just goes on. I mean, it's part of life. Another thing again I've learned in my 20s is that healing is not linear. Healing is not a straight line. If you follow my YouTube page, you would see where I spoke about how I discovered I had childhood trauma and how it started to show up even in my workplace and other things like that. Over the course of the years, to be honest, I've discovered that in as much as I've gone through therapy and that has been very helpful. One thing that is for sure is that healing is not linear, is like a continuous process. Sometimes you would see yourself slip back, sometimes you would have PTSD, sometimes you might even start reacting as a result of your trauma and probably being toxic to other people. Like, it happens, and give yourself grace when that happens, because trust me, as long as you're aware and as long as you're making the right effort to like move forward and be a better person and show up as a better version of yourself, you would succeed eventually. So healing is not linear. It's a gradual process. So give yourself grace, give yourself time, and just allow yourself heal. Okay? Another thing again that I have learned in my 20s is money is actually emotional. Come close. Money is emotional. Now, when you're spending money, right, sometimes it comes with guilt. Sometimes it comes with pride. It's like egotistic, like it has something to do with your self-esteem. So sometimes people tend to tie their emotions to money, and that makes them overspend or even sometimes feel guilty when they should be rewarding themselves. Now, that is one of the reasons why financial literacy is very important, because you need to learn how to remove that emotion from how you spend money. You need to know how to be logical. Like, you need to know when to save, you need to know when to spoil yourself or treat yourself. You also need to learn how to invest. So money can get emotional sometimes, but it's very important for you to educate yourself and be logical with your decisions, because at the end of the day, right, you do not want a situation whereby you start to live hand to mouth, or if a sudden thing happens to you, for instance, you fall sick or you lose your job, then you automatically leave or lose the lifestyle that you've built for yourself. So be conscious of it. Sometimes spending money can be tied to your emotions, but it shouldn't always be that way. Make sure you're logical about your spending, make sure you're rewarding yourself, and make sure you have good financial literacy. Another point again that I have learned in the course of being in my 20s is, yes, your career does not define you. Let me tell you again, your career does not define you. Jobs will come and go. Sometimes you would need to evolve and move on, just like friends did in the past, or they might even lay you off. And that happens a lot, especially now with like the whole economic situation where there's like so much inconsistency. Like some nowadays, like even multinationals are laying staff off. Do you understand? If you allow your job to define you, to be your overall identity, or even if you're a founder like me, and all of a sudden like the startup is not making sense anymore, and then you're finding it very difficult to remove yourself from it because your startup is your whole identity, that's who you are as a person. Trust me, that is very detrimental, and you do not want to do that to yourself. You need to have your own identity, have your own brand, have your own personality. And if you love and care for your job, I mean, that is great. I mean, it's such a gift if you find something that you're passionate about, but at the same time, your jobs don't define you. So whether you're working in a multinational or you're working in a very small organization, or you're underpaid or overpaid, make sure that you are secure in yourself, and just not just necessarily like securing your job. Another thing again I've learned in my 20s is your body is not an ornament, it is an instrument. Now, let me explain what that means. Your body is not a tool. Do you understand? Your body is your home. Is how you get around, is how you get things done. So please take care of it. Nourish it. Eat right. Exercise, go to the gym, rest when you need to rest. Don't burn out. Because trust me, your body is very essential. Like, if you want to live long and if you want to be healthy and you want to accomplish all your long-term goals, you need to make sure you're taking care of yourself, because you don't want a situation whereby when it's actually time for you to really show up, you're breaking down or you're burning out completely because you've not been taking care of yourself. Like, some people like to say, but you know, be firewood. So if you need a break, please take one. Another insightful thing I've had to learn in my 20s is comparison is the thief of joy. Say it after me. Comparison is the thief of joy. I mean, We live in a society whereby people like to share their highs and even now their lows, which I'm grateful for because I mean I'm one of those people. People share their highs and lows on social media. And but most times they people tend to show more of like the glamorous sides of their life. And then you're there sitting on your chair or lying down on your bed, doom scrolling and comparing yourself to every single person that you find online. Trust me, that is the thief of joy. You need to learn how to be grateful. You need to have gratitude in who you are and who you're becoming. Because not everybody's path is the exact same way. I mean, I had to learn this kind of like the hard way because growing up, I was always being compared to my sister. And then I found myself as I started to evolve, I started comparing myself to my mates and just always trying to be better, better, better. But trust me, like it's good if it's coming from a healthy place, but you don't want a situation whereby you are now on that rabbit's hole or that loop, that continuous cycle, because it will never be enough until you say it's enough. So you need to learn that comparison is a thief of joy. If you want to be happy, the only person you should be comparing yourself to is yourself. Romantic love is not the only type of love. There are other types of love. And I know this might sound silly, but trust me, a lot of people, especially in their 20s, when it's time for when people are ringing it in your head, that when are you going to get married? When are you going to get married? A lot of people tend to start fixating on like the romantic type of love. Trust me, give room for other types of love. Get a pet, have a plant, have friends, spend time with your family and your friends, because this will definitely help you to evolve. And you do not want to dump the whole emotional burden of loving. How do I put it? When you love just one person and you expect the person to be your all and all, like your all in one, that is so much pressure because your partner is not perfect. If you want somebody that you like, for instance, if you want a partner that likes to go out every single time, but your partner is an introvert, then you start struggling because now you want to convert your introvert boyfriend to an extrovert. But if you have friends that like to go out, please, by all means, go out with them. Do you understand? Because there are different forms of love. Like you do not want to burden one person with loving that person and having like so much expectations, and you want the person to be perfect to suit you. There are some people that would enjoy your company like painting or enjoy your company like outdoors if your partner is someone who likes to be indoors. Even if you want to spend those beautiful moments with him or her, you want a situation whereby it's like balanced out. Like you want to have a life outside your relationship. That's very, very important. And last but not the least, one amazing point that I've learned in my 20s is you need to find joy in the small things. Because trust me, as you grow older and you start to mature, you realize that all the things that people were chasing after, like things that people were running for instance, when I was younger, I remember everybody wanted an iPhone. Like everybody needed one. And as I grew older and I got myself one, I'm like, next. Do you get, like, it will never just be enough. So you need to ensure that you are like finding joy in the small things, because at the end of the day, right, it's those small things that make you really grateful for life. Like it's those little things, like those memories that you build with your family, that you build with your friends, or even build with yourself, that would help you evolve and be a better version of yourself. So please find joy in the small things. It doesn't have to be crazy, it doesn't have to be big. Like if everybody's going on a girls trip and you can't afford to go on a girls trip, take some time out. You could just do something small in your room, like light a candle, play good music, get a diffuser, drink, get cheap wine, and watch a movie. Trust me, when you do little things like that, you find yourself evolving and just growing, and then you start to like really, really romanticize your life and really make your life beautiful. Because at the end of the day, girl or boy, life is what you make it. So thank you guys so much for tuning in into today's video. If you enjoyed my video, please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. This was really fun. And if there's anything that you've learned in your 20s, please drop that down in the comment section. I would love to hear from you. And I hope you found this very interesting because I did as well. So till next time, have a lovely day. Bye guys.